Hello, hello everybody. Yasin, what's up, man? SVD, Igor. Hey, Jager, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. A new account, I see. How are you guys doing today? How are you doing today? Today, let's do some comparison. I want to see how the most specifically Achilles is faring against commanders. Like how good he is being. That's what I want to see. Optimus Primal, what is up? Intersect, what is up, my bro? Fine, my mentor, you are great. Thank you, brother, thank you. Good morning, Iceman. How about you? I am doing great. I pre-made this for today. Actually, let me move the chat a bit. Give me a second. Where shall I put the chat? Yeah, let me put the chat up here. As usual, we are going to be doing the comparison. I want to see the damage, especially like Zugulian. We know that even though Achilles has the similar damage as Zugulian, he does more damage just because of the proc damage. But I want to see how the damage versus Arthur. And then also, you know, we can try to do some guess the commander, the new cycle cav commander, and try to guess what the commander is gonna be. I'm trying to figure out what is going to, like, I still feel like the Achilles, if you have one cavalry march, only one, then you gotta wait on the new cav release and see if that cavalry is good or not. But if you have two cavalry marches right now, I think Achilles is a no-brainer, just instant max commander. But let's see. I want to see which one is also stronger as well. Like, just, you know, we compare these two, and maybe like. The idea here is that I'll just write here top one march setup, right? If this is top one march setup, is this gonna be Arthur plus Achilles, or it's gonna be like Achilles plus new camp, and then Arthur is like basically out of top one march. Okay, if we are talking about top 1 and 2, top 1 and 2, then definitely Arthur is gonna be in the mix, Achilles is gonna be in the mix, and then new cavalry commander definitely is going to be in the mix. And maybe we still gonna be using Philip. Like, for example, Achilles plus new cav, and then maybe we are still running Arthur plus Philip. Or it could be all the way around. Achilles plus Philip also, you know, can work. Or new cavalry commander Philip. All these 4 commanders can be mixed up. But I'm just trying to figure out this. But again, this we cannot really answer this question right now because we got to see the new cycle cav release commander details, right? No one is giving importance to my guy Hector. We will take a look into Hector after we talk about, you know, understand Achilles. So far, Hector, we did take a look into Hector yesterday, right? The only one thing that I do not like about is his single target damage, and then like Philip is like I feel like just Philip is straight up better than Hector. So what is the point of investing into Hector? I don't see the point right now. Maybe we are not seeing the whole picture. Hector, of course, is giving you more tanky stats, more march speed. He does have active skill damage, but again, this is just a single target. He might be you could use for like archer secondary. Cavalry secondary is still nice, but again, he's still a single target. But if it's paired with archer, you are now crowd controlling enemy with some rage losing action. This is gonna be a little bit insane, but we gotta also think that if we pairing Hector with Qin Huan, is he good enough to replace YSG at the moment? Probably not. Probably not. YSG is just giving a lot of damage to Qin Huan, and YSG is doing a lot of damage himself. So do you want to just replace YSG with this rage losing action for 3 seconds and they also do 5% less damage, or you just straight up do more damage? Also, as you guys pointed out, there might be very specific like garrison action with Hector that might be the case, right? But today we are gonna be focusing on Achilles. We still haven't figured this guy out yet, like fully. I feel like he's gonna be really good commander. Okay, not gonna lie. So yesterday I thought I was a little bit of spectacle of Achilles because of the 2000 damage factor, but after the stream, I thought about Achilles a bit, and he might be quite good commander if paired with Arthur. And then we are just gonna be we're not gonna use Horn. That's no Horn this time. And it is going to be Ring and Hilt, just like Qin Huan on Arthur and Achilles. Oh, we will see. Let me read the chat. Oh, before I read the chat, I'll be back. Gotta blow my nose. I'm back. Man. Allergy, man. Lately my allergy has been kicking off a bit hard, but it's not too bad. But it's a little bit worse. I'm allergic to cats, and I have 2 cats. Oh well, what can you do? Is Achilles an auto battle tester ready? I don't think Specco added Achilles yet. And also there is one uncertainty with Achilles. We're not 100% sure, but we are casting our skill again when we receive, or otherwise we mitigate the damage, right? So like, does this count? And is this gonna be sharing the global cooldown with this one, the active skill damage? Probably yes. But do I have to be attacking the target in order to cast this? Probably not. But again, because I'm saying the word probably, I'm not 100% sure. When commander comes, we have to like see how this is working. Hector can replace Philip here. Oh, true that. Instead of here, we can also put in Hector, right? That is true. That's true. Okay, so let me copy these and then just put it on the side. And let's grab some information on the commander. Achilles is doing 5 target damage, 2000 damage factor. For comparison purpose, hold on a second. So 2000 for 5 target. We are doing 5 target. It's 5000 damage. Here we have Sam. Achilles did not have any proc damage, right? He did not. Let's see. Rage gain and bonus attack. No, not no proc damage. So here we can put this. Yep, no proc damage. Stats. It was 10% HP. Yeah, 10% HP, 40% attack. Outside. And then we are also gaining some attack here. Boost. Yeah, here, 10%. Cavalry attack bonus, and it can stack up to 2 times. Then attack X 2 times. I feel like whenever it uses Pillion Spear skill, it gains 10% bonus and rage gain speed and 10% attack for 10 seconds. I think we can stack this up pretty quick with Achilles. He is gonna be casting the skill quite frequently, very frequently. The 10-second window, it should not be a problem. Achilles is kind of like a little bit of a slow starter on the open field when it comes to fighting, but once his engine warms up, I feel like he is just gonna wreck some stuff with correct accessories. Do you know when they come? RK. It should be very soon. Let's see. If not next week, they might be like they should arrive within 2 weeks. I think. What do you guys think? Look, I can send you the picture of what next cav, but don't show it on stream because it's leaked. Okay. Sure, man, but yeah, I cannot leak stuff as a RP content creator, so I cannot really leak stuff. It is unfortunate, you guys. It's nice if you run 3 archer marches, but who even does that? Yo, Sharbandar, what's up, man? Galaxy Zip, I don't speak French, sorry. For someone who ran 2 smite marches and can only do 5-5-5-1 to either Philip or Hector, what do you suggest? I suggest Philip. In my eye, Philip was better than Hector when he is paired with infantry. Philip was doing simply just giving simply more, boosting the primary commander even more. I want to just run Philip. So like if you're pairing with you infantry, you are becoming a little bit tanky, right? 5% less damage. However, Philip is just straight up give you a bunch of damage bonus. Oh, also 10% less damage reduction and then 20% bonus. Yeah, so Philip's bonus is bigger. Philip does instant proc damage. Hector does not do that. Hold on a second. Yeah, when he is cavalry, he gains instant proc damage. But when he is infantry, he doesn't do anything. He does give a great amount of stats, though. But I would still choose Philip. Again, here we are talking about the theoretical application. We might overlook some stuff. Alright, so in terms of the stats, he is like a similar total 50% test stats, and then he gives us a little bit more. Buffs. So the buff here is we are talking about if we are buffing our other marches. And this is considered debuff, so I probably put debuff here. Or not movement speed, but yeah, he does movement. So debuff 5% more 5% x3 more active skill damage. He applying that debuff. Wait a second. I should actually wait. What? Why did we put it here? He does have instant proc damage. What am I thinking? He does have instant proc damage, and the proc damage is the actual skill damage. What am I saying? Let's see. %5 less damage. Okay, so I think we should also probably add this as well. The damage reduction. Yeah, 5% less damage. 5% damage reduction. And then also 15% damage reduce. This is 15% damage reduce. Skill, combo, normal. Okay. And he doesn't have any buffs. Doesn't buffing our marches. Maybe run Arthur with new 11th generation cavalry and second march is Achilles. That is also an option. There's many options. Achilles, right? We can also even put Hector in the mix. Hector being secondary. I think Hector secondary to cavalry combo commander is quite good as well. Just because of the instant proc combo damage. That's good. Tested by me, what is up? Is there any chance that Achilles the new Cav cycle field commander and on December release they give us MG Garrison Cav? We are expecting Garrison Cavalry. We are actually expecting Garrison Cavalry. It should be Garrison Cavalry though, because last release was Rally Cavalry. But maybe they will do Rally Cavalry. Because Subete is now being without the pair, right? Attila is here replacing, but Subete is just all alone there for like a year now. Also from the damage description it says damage factor, so does that mean it goes based on the commander's damage? So like one wall shot should trigger when expertised. One shot wall should trigger. No. So yesterday we take a look into this skill, right? We calculated expertise version and unexpertise version here. So it says you are reducing skill damage, combo damage, and counterattack damage by 15%, right? And then if you reduce total of 2500 damage factor, now you are going to be instantaneously casting this skill. This means if 2500 damage is 15%, then 17,000 damage factor is 100%. Let's see, hold on a second. Where did I calculate that? Here. Yep. So that is, this one. Let's see. Yeah, so 17,000 damage factor. This is gonna depend on. This is gonna depend on many factors, but 17,000 damage factor, right? Damage factor equals around 42,000 damage number that you see here, or 42,000 like troops. How to say? So what I mean by that is, if you are running 430,000 troop capacity, right? If you're running 430,000 troop capacity in Season of Conquest, then up until you sad phase, you are gonna be guaranteed casting your skill around 10 times with this passive. So you are not really like machine gunning the skill, but at the same time, casting your skill 10 extra times is actually like super good. Give me a second. I think I have a couple of reports saved. I want to see like on average, do I have... Did I sad face here or not? No, I did not even sad face. Battle log does not exist. Okay. I wanted to know what would be the average number of turns of an average march on the field. Like how long they just on average survive. Like if I'm fighting with 430k troops on the map, like on average, if I don't go crazy, but if I don't like stand behind, like don't take damage, right? Just on average, if I'm like just being there, how many times do I pull off my skill? 20 times, 30 times, 40 times? I want to know that number. Check your in-game DM but don't show on stream. Okay, so that means I'm not even gonna check it, man. I'll just check it later. Also, Philip's first skill multiply by 2 for its own troop. Indeed. So in case of Huo, right? Huo is doing 2,700 damage, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, 2,700 damage factor, okay? That means we are reducing 15% of it. So 15% of it is 405. So we gotta reduce total of 2,500 damage. So if we divide this by 405, we gotta be getting hit by Huo 6.2 times. That means 7 times. Huo needs to hit us 7 times. And Huo does like a crap ton of damage, so this can translate into like 70,000 red number easily. It depends, right? It's gonna depend on your gear, on your crystal tag, on your troops. Like if you are running tier 4 or tier 5, it is even gonna depend on your civilization, how much red number you are taking. The damage factor doesn't change, right? The damage factor does not change, but the damage factor translating into red number is gonna depend on many factors. If you are very tanky, and then if the enemy march that is doing a damage to you, they are very weak, like they're running tier 4, not max equipment and such, they're gonna be obviously gonna be doing way less damage to you, maybe like 30,000. They cast their skill 7 times, not 30,000, maybe like 40,000, okay? They do 40,000 damage. So now you are gonna be casting your skill quite a lot. It's gonna depend. Otherwise, the more powerful your march is, right? The more equipment you have, like the more tanky you are, the more nice march you have, Achilles is gonna shine even more. With this third expertise skill. Now let's go ahead and take a look into the Arthur. Arthur is doing 3 target damage, and it was 2800, right? Let me just double check. Yes, 2800 damage. So the damage factor is 2800. I want to calculate the 2 target 2800. 2 target is 0.85, 3 target is 0.7, and then 3. This is Arthur as a combo damage, okay? 3 target. Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Achilles does have a debuff. 20% MS slow. I like this a lot. I kind of like this movement speed reduction. If you guys know me, I like to have movement speed on the open field, but also I like having a commanders that is slowing down movement speeds. I like this. Achilles does speed debuff as well. Yes, I missed this. Let me know if I missed anything. So here we have 20% MS. Yo, Dasranet, what's up, man? Don't forget 10% normal damage buff. I think I should be putting that here. 10% normal damage. Yeah, we should put that here. Man, this is too much stuff. Achilles buff is 10% normal damage and his debuff is march speed. This buff means buffing your other marches. Let me just clarify this. Your other marches. That means if we take a look into Philip has this, or like Skippy Prime does have a buff, gives shield, but all the others doesn't. So this is what it is. We gotta keep everything same. Give me a second. You know, like archer commanders, we did the same, right? Debuff. Archers doesn't have really much of a buffs. Where is infantry commander? Yep. Infantry commander, we do have buffs. Why did I... give me a second. Why... Scipio is giving shield. This guy is giving shield. Alex is giving shield. Rage generation buff. Yeah, let's keep it buff your other marches. And then 10% damage, normal damage bonus is being in the stats. Let's just do that. Arthur and Achilles attack is insane, total 90%. Yeah. Again, like, okay, so Achilles does only 2000 damage factor, right? Which is not in today's meta. But the thing with Achilles is that he like ramps up so quickly. So once he starts casting his skill, he's gonna... excuse me, I sneezed. So once he starts casting his skill, he is going to rack up some attack stats. So now he is gonna have 60% total attack, which is gonna in return it's gonna boost his damage. And then because he is like casting his skill quite often, he is going to be generating more rage as well with the combo talent tree. And also, we need to think that I want to show you something, guys. I want to show you something. This skill right here is guaranteed, almost 100% guaranteed. Okay, again, at the end of the day, this is RNG, but this is gonna be almost guaranteed ring proc. Whenever Achilles casts his skill, ring is automatically gonna proc on open field. That is insane. I want to show you something. So before the stream started, I did a testing. Or did we do it yesterday? Give me a second. Where is the report? Is this one? No, it's not this one. Hold on. Where's the report? Ah, there we go. Let me favorite this. So I did a testing and I want to show you guys something. So it did not really happen here because ring procced earlier. Where was it? Yeah, ring procced here just with your normal attack, right? So yeah, the downside here is that I procced my ring here, but nothing happened because I was just running around. So this is why a ring sometimes bad on open field, because you proc a ring in this turn and then you just run around, you know, reposition. So, and then in the next turn I just don't have the proc because ring is 2 seconds of buff, right? However, not here proc, let me see. Not here as well. Yeah, here. So what I wanna say is that when Arthur is casting his skill, this was only 2 targets, right? I was hitting 2 targets. That means if you see the rage of Undying Fury, whenever this commander troop launches a basic attack, it gains 9% extra rage. That means that we all know that the combo attack, each individual combo attack applies an effect that can be potentially triggered by basic attack. In other words, in this turn, Arthur did 5 normal, like basic attack worth of effects in one go, only on 2 targets. If I was hitting 3 targets, this is gonna be 7, right? On Achilles report, what it's gonna look like is that because Achilles is hitting 5 targets, and then each target is getting hit 2 times, and then not only that, you are gonna be adding your basic attack here as well. So what we are gonna be seeing in Achilles report is that this right here, you're gonna see 11 of these. 11. So basically you are having 11 basic attack triggering turn during that skill cycle. 11 means, if we take a look into the ring 10% chance to trigger. That means when Achilles casts his skill, it's almost always gonna be guaranteed ring proc. So Achilles, again, this is even without butterfly, right? Without butterfly. Even without butterfly, you are gonna be triggering ring more often. On combo commander, any type of trigger accessories is now really good, especially Achilles. Okay, yes, his damage factor is a little bit lower, but he is triggering the effects of like accessories and everything really good, just because he's hitting 5 targets and each target is getting hit twice. Oh my god, is ring triggering per target hit though? Yeah, ring is being triggered, right? Each of these attacks, each of these hits, right? Let me show you again. Each of these combo hits that we see here has potential to trigger ring. Each of these. So here we have 5 hits, which means ring total has a 50% chance to proccing here. This is, I was only attacking 2 barbs, right? 2 barbs on Arthur. If I was on open field with Achilles, again, this is gonna be 11 hits, not 5. And then you are gonna be gaining 150 rage from here, and then 99 rage from here. So basically, you are generating max amount of rage. Whenever Achilles and Arthur with combo talent tree, right? These 2 commander, okay? We have to realize that previously there wasn't 2 combo commander pairs, but now we have. So combo talent tree is very quite overpowered, very overpowered combo talent tree. You do not have a regenerate talent like regenerate like this, right? Whenever you are casting your skill, you are generating rage. However, combo talent tree does better than skill talent tree. Combo does better in terms of rage generation. This guy right here, whenever any type of combo attack hit, you gain 15 rage. This means when Achilles is hitting 5 targets, that is 10 attacks, right? 10 combo attacks. You are now generated 150 rage. On top of that, this one, you are gaining extra 9 rage. This is 11 hits, so 99 rage. In other words, during this turn alone, you have generated 250 rage just from the talent tree alone. And if we add the 86 basic attack rage, that is gonna be like 326 rage, or 325 rage in total. That's well exceeding the 220 hard cap, right? And because Achilles is casting his skill as like a proc damage, right? He's casting his skill again. This is also gonna be giving him max rage during that turn. So imagine guys, imagine you have here. So support talent tree, we have regenerate. Whenever regenerate procs, during that turn you are generating max rage. But this regenerate is only triggered 2 times, right? Primary commander casts his skill, and then secondary commander casts his skill. It triggers 2 times usually, most of the case. However, because Achilles is casting his skill, again, it's instantaneously proccing, then potentially you are gonna having similar amount of effect because you are now generating rage, but with 3 times. Support talent tree is maxing rage 2 times per skill cycle, but Achilles is now maxing rage 3 times per skill cycle potentially. So in terms of rage engine,
no knight who sitteth at my table is above.
Achilles is insane with combo attack talent tree, combo talent tree. With butterfly effect, with butterfly and Achilles active 12 triggers, you have 72% chance to trigger ring that turn. So with butterfly effect, Arthur will proc the ring and Achilles would hit with the 50% all damage bonus. Yes. So when you are like dueling someone, Achilles is, if Achilles as a secondary, always gonna be like the active skill damage is always gonna be buffed 50% time. Most of the case, again, this is pure RNG, right? We cannot really say that it's guaranteed, because even if we have 10% chance, even if the ring has 10% chance to trigger, right? This means like 10 hits. At least one trigger should happen, like on average. But because it's RNG, even with 50 hits, it might not trigger. It might not trigger. It is, again, highly unlikely, but again, at the end of the day, it is RNG. Right? Okay. Arthur also has instant proc damage, which I like. I like instant proc damage as well. This is the expertise skill. It's only gonna trigger every 10 seconds, but 300 damage factor, and it can trigger multiple times. So let's say 300 damage and trigger multiple times. Its instant proc damage means also a rage engine. Any type of instant damage proc on combo commander means equals rage engine. You're gaining more rage. This is good. In terms of stats, we do gain 30% attack and 20% HP and 20% march speed. So let's do that. 30% attack, 20% HP. We do have 20% movement speed, and also we have a triggered movement speed. We should not forget about that. Where is it? 30% bonus to combo attack as well. So let me just write that down. 30% combo bonus. Yeah, look at this. 30% combo damage bonus, man. Yeah, this is the triggered one. We do have debuff, 200 rage reduction on all targets. That is insane, man. Debuff. 100 rage x 2 times on targets. Movement speed trigger is 30%. Right. Debuff. Yes, we are debuffing the rage. Is there any buffs? I don't think so. There's no buffing our other marches. Yeah, no buffs. So we can do this. There you go. Now it's looking quite nice. Hold on a second. Let me do this actually. Now it's looking good. Drum and Ring will be the best for this March, I think. He gets a lot of rage from talent. I even think instead of Drum and Ring, you just go Hero's Hilt and Ring. You don't put the horn or drum at all. Yes, correct. I was wondering if is drum proxying the same or almost same as chin. So because of they are doing multiple amount of combo damage, they also increase the chances of triggering the drum. So putting drum on combo commander is a good idea as well. Where's drums? However, drums does have 3 seconds of cooldown, so that is that. And you are gaining 50% extra rage to yourself, which this is not gonna do anything because you are over raging during that turn anyways when you are casting your active skill. So most probably I want to suggest, as we talked about yesterday, a horn was like, okay, the only usage of horn was to reduce the initial skill cycle time. That was the only usage of a horn. But once they start casting their skill, horn was not needed at all. I mean, yeah, there you could get some horn procs like on normal turns like this, and then that would potentially reduce the skill cycle time to even 6 seconds, right? Let me go here. The chat is blocking. Yep. However, without horn, you can just stack up Hero's Hilt and Ring. And Hero's Hilt, I think Hero's Hilt is gonna be quite strong on Achilles as well. Here, look at this. 50% chance to gain 3 bonus to all damage, right? And then this is stacking 5 times, right? 5 times. That means Achilles hitting 5 targets, and then it's gonna be 10 hits total. Most likely, one Achilles skill is just gonna fully stack this up. You're instantaneously gonna have 5 stacks of 3% damage bonus. So that is 15% bonus damage, which is actually gonna be more than a ring on average. We're talking about, right? Ring on average gives you 7% damage bonus on average, but because combo is triggering ring more often, the average is gonna be a little bit more on combo pairs, maybe like around 10% trigger, 10% average damage increase, right? So ring is 10% damage increase, and then Hero's Hilt is 15% damage increase combo. So Hero's Hilt is being better than ring on open field. if you're talking about the average stuff. But we can just put these two together as well and not use horn at all. In my case, if I ever, like, for example, I'm gonna be taking an example on myself. If I'm gonna be running Arthur and Achilles, which I have not decided yet, I wanna wait for the new cycle commander, right? But if I'm running these two, I'm definitely 100% putting Ring and Hero Celt. Because I do have drums build. All of my other marches does have drums. That means my other marches are gonna be helping. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 drums. I have 4 drums. Put this here. Yep. My other marches are gonna be helping to trigger my initial skill cycle, right? That means I have no need to put Horn on combo commander, which Horn is not gonna be that much useful. It is still gonna be useful, but it is losing its value after the first skill casting. Is Horn still safe? Horn is still safe, but again, Horn is gonna be losing value after once you start casting your skill. Because unlike, let me show you here. Where? Yes. You are most likely gonna be triggering Horn during your active skill cycles. Because you are doing multiple amount of hits, right? Horn is gonna get triggered during that turn. So that means you are overraging. Horn, that's completely useless. But because Horn doesn't have cooldown, Horn still has a potential to trigger every the turn that we are not doing combo damage. So Horn is still useful. Horn is still gonna help you to reduce your initial skill cycle, and Horn has potential to reduce your second skill cycles by another second. So Horn is still very useful. But in my case, because I am running drums build, I don't think I need to put Horn here. But unfortunately for me, I already have crit Horn, so I guess I will be using this. And I only have one cavalry march, right? I only have one cavalry march, and then my crit Horn is on my cavalry. So that is that. Achilles with Philip will be great since you have a chance to do Achilles' first skill again and stack up the enemy debuff. And the damage reduction in Philip will be also good to reach the 2500 damage reduction. So the damage reduction, I don't think that works that way. This damage reduction by 15%, again, we need to test this, but most likely this is additive. This is not multiplicative. So Philip is giving us, let me write it down here. Question, right? Does Philip or any other damage reduction helps Achilles damage reduction? Okay. So if we think about the damage formula, it should be additive. That means Philip is giving us 10% damage reduction, right, with the active skill. And then Achilles is giving us 15% damage reduction. So these two are gonna be 25% damage reduction total, right? But if we read the text, if we read the skill, again, we need to do some testing, but whenever this specific effect, so it is not going to involve any other damage reduction effect, right? Whenever this specific 15% effect reduces total of this amount of damage. So I don't think, like, okay, now you reduce Philip with the damage of 25%. So we need to reduce 2500 damage, right? This means now we only need to reduce 10,000 damage factor total. I don't think that works this way. It is still, we need to individually consider 15%, 2500, and it's gonna be like around 1700 damage factor. It should be around this, but again, I am not too sure. Lilith can be sneaky sometimes. This is one of those things that needs a real testing. Needs a real testing. So you might be correct, or we might not be incorrect. Wait, we might be correct or incorrect. Abu Ahmad. We'll have to test. So this damage reduction thingy, this needs to be tested, and then what else? Yeah, this active skill triggering, right? This effect, how this is triggered, this is also needs to be tested. So who's doing more damage? Guys, who's doing more damage? Tell me. Let me zoom in a bit. Or... second. Yeah. If we take a look into this, Zhuge still does a heck ton of damage on open field. We still need to remember that even though Zhuge is doing 2000 damage factor damage, he still has instant proc damage. And then when he is hitting 5 target, that damage factor, total damage factor goes up to 5000. But Achilles, I feel like he is doing more damage than Zhuge. He is also doing 5000 damage factor when it comes to 5 target, but he triggers this skill again. So just because of this, he is doing more damage than Zhuge, which is insane. Let me guys show you another sheet. Is this here? Yeah, this is here. Previously we have also did a comparison when Arthur came out, right? And then we were seeing of how many damage factor of 5 target is doing Zhuge and Herman. Even though Zhuge and Herman was going out of meta, Zhuge and Herman was still pumping out tremendous amount of damage on open field. It was one of the top damage in terms of damage factor. Still in today's meta, Zhuge still pumps a lot of damage. This means Achilles is gonna be even more damage. Now, if it's compare Arthur and Achilles, who does more damage? What do you guys think? More, I think, more, I know why they gave him 2k combo damage proc. He will be broken on. Yeah. The reason why they gave him 2000 damage factor is if this was 2400, right? If this was 2400 damage factor, he is now on a broken territory. He is insane commander. If it was 2400. It was a possibility. 2400 is a possibility because we already have a commander that is doing 2400 to 5 target, right? This is possibility, but they intentionally did 2000. They intentionally did 2000 just because if it was 2400, then he is gonna be on a level of Qin Shi Huan, which means broken commander. Now 5 target damage is gonna go up to 6000, and then you are gonna be doing the 6000 again. This is alone is gonna be exceeding Arthur's damage. Look at this. Arthur's damage is close to 6000. So if I was doing 2400, now it's 6000. So it is going to be insane, which is why they had to tune it down a bit for 2000. But still, let's see. Arthur for sure. Zuge has more damage bonus and more tanky stats as well. The thing is that Zhuge needs horn, right? Zhuge needs horn, and he can put a ring. But this was the total amount of damage bonus, which is 57%. Achilles, when paired with Arthur, this was we are talking about Herman, right? Herman. We also take a look into the talent bonuses as well. Skill talent tree does give you more damage bonus, but Achilles was still doing a tiny touch more damage. This total of combo damage bonus that we are getting is 64%. Yeah, this is ring plus health, right? This is ring health. This is horn and ring. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is if we can make a play something like this, ring and health, we can increase the total amount of damage. But again, horn is still has its place for Achilles. It still has its place. It can still go bananas. Who's doing more damage depends on how often Achilles' expertise procs. In the current meta, at least most damage is killed, so it's very good. But in the future, when the meta is mostly smite damage, he won't be as good. I think there is still going to be skill damage. People are not going to be running 7 marches that is all doing smite damage. I don't think that is possible. Maximum up-to-date meta is 3 march, right? 2 or 3 march. Might run Achilles 5511 until we see what the next cav release brings. In my case, I'm not even gonna invest any single head to Achilles, but even though I'm kind of like tempted, but I'm gonna wait. What I like about Achilles is that this 20% movement speed reduction. I really like this. This is big on open field. It allows you to chase down enemies. Super good. Also, if this skill is proccing, like when you are running away, right? When you are running away and then this skill procs just like a CJ skill. Like you don't have to attack target, it just procs and does AoE damage around you. If that is the case, when you're running away, you're gonna be proccing this instant skill and then you're gonna be slowing down enemies that is chasing you. So you can escape enemies and then you can chase down enemies. I like that. Achilles will trigger second skill when he is red from third skill, only fourth skill is good. And he is red. Third skill. What you suggest, we should invest in the Achilles or wait for the next Cav generation? Again, if you are running only one march, let me put this here. Should I invest into Achilles right now? And the answer is, if you are running only one Cav march, wait for the cycle Cav release. If you are running only one march, wait for their release. If you have 2 or more Cav marches, Achilles is no-brainer, must have. This is the answer. Again, if you have only one march, wait. Just wait. If you have 2 or more march, Achilles, you can invest. Achilles is always gonna be there, top 2. Like, that's like guaranteed. There's no way commander like Achilles with 5 AoE target damage is not gonna not gonna fit in top 2. He is contender for top number 1 march. Okay. However, the new Cav cycle is also gonna be interesting. We need to think about. Okay, so what if the new cycle Cav is like also 5 target damage, and then like 2,400 combo or 2,000, yeah, 2,000 or 2,400 combo. What if? And then 5 target. I mean, it's unlikely, but as we know, Lilith might be power creeping. 5 target is gonna be 6,000 damage, and the new skill cycle commander is not gonna have instant proc damage just to balance things out, right? If the new cycle commander is doing more AoE damage than Arthur, if the new cycle is more powerful than Arthur, then I think that the number 1 best march on open field, I would choose the new cycle commander with Achilles. That might be the case, but we have to see. Or it could be like Arthur, the new cycle. We don't know. We have to wait for this info. The top number 1 march is still gonna be Arthur and this, because Arthur is super. We have to remember that Arthur is super strong, even though he is doing a damage to 3 targets, right? But this 100 rage reduction for 2 seconds. That is 200 rage per target, and if we are hitting 3 targets, that's total 600 rage. This is insane. This is insane. You are very fast. You have a really decent stats, and then you are providing 30% combo damage bonus. And also, Arthur has instant proc damage. This is instant proc damage on combo commanders are very good, very good, because of the combo talent tree. You are gaining rage. You are gaining more and more rage with this, and then also you are increasing the odds of on-hit effects triggering. For example, accessories. When are we expecting the next Cavalry generation? It should be very soon. It should be right after this release, right? Right after this release, maybe around November or December. This guy is gonna come out this October, I think, at the end of the October, within this October, in my opinion. And then the next generation cows are gonna be next month or maybe December. What about getting Achilles through swap event? Yo, I want to ask you guys something. Let me make a poll. Who do you think is stronger? Achilles or Arthur? Let me know, man. Who do you think is stronger? I crafted the ring 2 days ago and got crit on it. I went with Cav because of the combo. Yo, Supreme, man, that was a great decision, man. Congratulations. You think it was smart? Indeed, it was super smart. That was good, man. That was good. Why 5 target 5000? This is because of the damage reduction. Let me show you. So here we are doing damage to 5 targets, and then each additional target reduces the damage by 15%, right? So if we are hitting 2 targets, then total damage is gonna be reduced by 15%. 3 targets is 30%. Let me just write it here. 1 target, we are gonna be doing 100% damage, okay? 2 target, we are gonna be doing 85% of the damage. 3 target, we are gonna be doing 70% of the damage. 4 target, we are gonna be doing 55% of the damage. And then 5 target, you think that 5 target, oh, it's gonna be 40% of the damage because it's another 15% of reduction, but there is actually hard cap. When it's hitting 5 target, the hard cap is 50%. So here our damage factor is 2000. Here we have to multiply 2000 with 0.85, like it, because it's 85%, and then we need to multiply it by 2. So on and so forth. A 5 target is 2000 multiplied by 0.5, which is the half, and then multiplied by 5 targets. That's why we get 5000. So Arthur is doing slightly more damage than Achilles with his active skill, and Arthur does have a 300 damage proc. But Achilles, on the other hand, he casts his skill again. In terms of stats, they are similar, but Achilles does have more stats because it is triggered. You can stack up to another 20% attack, and outside territory you are gaining more HP. So total you will be having 50% of stats as compared to Arthur's 70% stats, okay, as compared to Arthur's 50% stat. But Arthur is a little bit tanky. Achilles is a little bit glass cannon. They also sneakily balance this with this stats as well, because again, if Achilles was tanky commander, then this skill right here, right, this skill, you are gonna be taking less damage to trigger this if Achilles had more HP, tanky stats. But Achilles has a lot of attack stats, so he is quite a glass cannon commander. To be honest, all around Achilles is better. Let's see, Arthur and new Cav, I think too. Let's see, new Cav 5 target skill damage. Oh yeah, the new Cav might be skill damage, right? You guys are also correct. Arthur new Cav will be top number 1, 100%. Highly likely, right? Arthur 100%, okay. I wanted to click Arthur. Okay, so you guys, but it is kind of the, it's kind of like close though. Like 57% thinks Arthur is powerful. 43% thinks Achilles is powerful. What we can all agree, okay? What we can all agree, do you guys agree that, do you agree that Achilles, oh, do you agree that Achilles is very, very decent commander? If not, very, very good commander. I think we all agree that Achilles is very, very good commander. Very, very good commander. Okay, I think we all agree this. But he is not QSH level broken. We also all agree this. We also all agree this. In terms of power, in terms of power, he is similar to Arthur. Do you guys agree with this statement? And we think that these two guys are being quite similar in terms of power. Total damage factor is very close enough. Arthur has a little bit more damage factor on open field, but Achilles is doing more, could be doing more damage with the instant proc damage here. Again, it's RNG because this 300 damage factor can trigger multiple times for Arthur, and then it can trigger more. So let's say this is gonna be triggering maximum 10 times, right? Maximum 10 times. But this can be triggered more and more. Maybe 20 times. Instant proc damage, I feel like Achilles has a little bit more proc damage because he is casting his skill again to 5 target. Movement speed similar. Arthur is gaining movement speed when he is casting his skill. Achilles is slowing down enemies by 20%. Stats wise, Achilles is being a little bit glass cannon. Arthur is having quite a nice balanced stat. Achilles is giving 10% normal damage and then 5% damage reduction. We also have to not forget about this. 5% damage reduction is almost equal to like 15% HP. This is equal to having 15% HP, almost. 5% reduction. So after all, in terms of tankiness, Achilles is coming kind of close to Arthur because Arthur is 20% HP. Achilles is, if he is within the territory, it's only 5% damage reduction, right? But if he's outside territory, if we convert this 5% damage reduction to HP, now you have like around 25% HP. Again, it's gonna depend on your gear and stuff, but at the minimum, it is acting the same as 20% HP. So, wait a second. Also, Achilles is have 15% damage reduction on skill combo and normal damage though. Wait, not normal, but it's counterattack damage, right? Skill, combo, and counterattack. Yes, counterattack, not normal, but TA. Yo, maybe Achilles is actually tankier than Arthur, now that I think. Yeah, I think Achilles is tankier than Arthur. And then Achilles is giving more attack stats than Arthur. In my opinion, he's similar to Arthur, but ever so slightly more powerful. Yo, I think Achilles is just slightly tiny touch powerful than Arthur. I bet Achilles is tankier than Arthur. Yes, indeed, Achilles is actually tankier than Arthur. We have actually missed this. We always have 5% damage reduction right here. This is automatic 5% damage reduction all the time. Again, if we convert this to HP, this is like 15%, or maybe like, yeah, it can be like 15% around, yes. And then you are also reducing this skill and combo by 15%. On open field, yes, you are gonna be getting hit by smite damage as well. So this is not like, we cannot count this as a 15% damage reduction all the time. But yeah, maybe like let's assume that this is like 10% more. Or maybe like even if this was like overall damage, even this this was reducing overall damage by 5%, now we have total of 10%. That is like almost 30% HP, right? At maximum, maybe 25% HP. So yeah, you are correct. Achilles is tankier. Achilles is tankier than Arthur. Has more attack stats than Arthur. But Achilles is giving us 10% normal damage bonus. This is gonna also increase the combo attack, but Arthur is giving us 30% bonus. 30%. So Achilles might be a little bit more tankier than Arthur, but Arthur is providing more combo bonus. Arthur is providing more combo bonus. So yes, so question is relative value, longevity versus what comes next. So Arthur is gonna be here for a while, that's for sure. Arthur is gonna be here for another at least 2 years, okay? Minimum 2 years. Why? Because Arthur is, first of all, AoE commander. He is combo commander. He is doing 2800 damage factor. And we do not have many AoE commanders on Cav. We do have Joan, but Joan is 2000 damage factor. So way less damage. Which means, because Arthur is doing AoE, quite high damage factor, combo commander, he is gonna be here for at least minimum 2 years. Now, here comes Achilles. Achilles is also has a long longevity. I would say here, like, both of these commander might have a similar lifespan. Maybe they are like gonna last at least 3 years, actually. Both of them, at least 3 years. Again, because they are AoE commander. In 2 years, right? In 2 years of time, we are gonna be getting at least, let's say, like maybe like if there's like including off cycle release, like 2 to 3 new open field commander, right? In 2 years we're going to be getting 2 to 3 open field commander. That means either Achilles or Arthur is still going to be the second best March minimum in 2 years. Minimum. In 3 years, now we are gonna be getting 3 to 4 new commanders, right? That means now it becomes a little bit question mark, because these 3 to 4 new commanders might be even more powerful, does more AoE damage, more stats and everything, the next generation. So they might not be in like top 2, but there's still a chance because it's 3 to 4, right? In order to make 2 March, you have to have 4 commanders, so one of them are still going to be in the mix. Now, if you have 3 cavalry marches, definitely they're still going to be there. But 3 is a little bit stretching. If you have infantry 3 marches, cavalry 3 march, archer 3 march, any troop type, if you have 3 march, that is stretching it a little bit, because you are now using 3-year-old commanders within the mix. A 3-year-old commander might be a little bit of outdated as compared to the newest generation commander. But Again, in my opinion, at least 2 years they're gonna be lasting, easy peasy. 3 years, again, I think it's gonna be easy as well. Where are you counting Achilles skill buff? Here, debuff. He is applying debuff that's making the targets to take 5% x 3 times more active skill damage, and then also movement speed bonus. And you know if that buff works before or after the 5% reduction per debuff? I would assume it's gonna work after. Again, all these we gotta do the testing, because sometimes Lilith, when they release a commander, sometimes the mechanics works a little bit different than we expect, right? But the targets that are inflicted with Sunder, so it says you do this damage, right? And then they lose march speed. Also, the target's also inflicted with Sunder defect. So after you do this damage, you are applying Sunder defect. So that means this 5% is not gonna buff this damage. But the next damage that you do, it's gonna get buffed. So the more Achilles guys running on open field, the more this Sundered debuff is gonna get applied and stacked. Yeah, because in my mind, this debuff is a flat increase to the damage factor of Achilles' primary skill. Yes. So maximum you are gonna have 15% damage increase here, and then you are doing 10% more damage with this, and then also you are gaining 30% combo damage from Arthur. That is total 45, 55 combo damage increase in total. And then if we consider the talent bonus, which is 9%, that is giving us 30, 45, 55, and then 9, that is 64. 64% damage increase. And on top of that, we have not calculated ring and health. If we are using ring and health at the same time, on average, they are gonna be providing us 25% damage bonus on average. So it all stacking up. 30% from Arthur now. Debuff. Commander skill, it's actually 40. Yeah, 89%. Total 89% damage bonus. This is actually the like the crazy part on this. Okay, this is actually crazy part. You stack ring and health, and with all of those damage bonuses, if you're pairing Achilles with Arthur, of course Arthur needs to be primary, right? 89%. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy because we all know that Nevsky is giving us tremendous amount of skill damage bonus. 25 here, 35 here. This is 60%. What else? 60% on top of that with the skill talent tree. You are gaining 23% more skill damage bonus. So we all know that Nevsky is giving us tremendous amount of skill damage bonus, which is why Nevsky and his secondary commander hits quite hard when they're paired together. But this Achilles guy, right, with all this setup that we have right here, is having more damage bonus, skill damage bonus. That means this 2000 damage factor right here, don't be fooled by this 2000 damage factor here. They intentionally put this as a 2000 damage because if it was 2400, it would be broken level good, like Chinshu one. So they had to tune it down a bit. But even so, he is doing tremendous amount of more damage as compared to Zhuge. Zhuge with Herman combined, total they only have 57 skill damage bonus. For this is ring, commander skill 30%, talent 23%. This 30 comes from Herman's 20% skill damage bonus, and then Zhuge 10% all damage boost, right? Let me double check. Oh no, Zhuge does have 20% on himself. Let me see, give me a second. Oh, we have to add 20% here. I did not consider this. There we go. So it's 50%. Total 77%. Okay, it's coming close actually. It is coming close. So 77%. Achilles is 89%. It's coming close. But Achilles is casting his skill again. Zhuge also does 1500 damage factor though, AoE. Zhuge with Philip gets extra damage bonus over Herman. Ah, that is true, right? That is true. Are you sure the hilt is going to be at 15% most of the time? I am pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that hilt is gonna be stack up to 15% most of the time. Let me move the chat here a bit. It does have a 5-second of window, okay? So if you are not fighting for 5 seconds, then of course you are going to be losing the stack. But the idea here is that once Arthur and Achilles casts their skill one time, okay? Once they cast their skill one time, one skill cycle, then the stacks on these is just gonna get maxed out. And then after that, you just gotta be in a combat. You're just gonna be keep yourself in a combat and rely on Arthur doing instant proc damage, combo damage to refresh the stacks, and then Achilles is also proccing your damage, right? But maybe like 15% all the time is maybe a bit of a stretch. Maybe we could assume that it's like 10% or something like that. Just in case, right? Open field, anything can happen. So we could do this as like 20%. So it might be like 84% or something. On the other hand, I think Ring is gonna have increased damage bonus. But Zhuge Herman have only 20% attack. Arthur, Achilles have way more. Hey, Tasted by me, that is also very good observation. You are correct on that. The 5-second cooldown does not reset. What? Wait, is that true? This doesn't reset? This does not reset the duration Does Chad has the Hero's Hilt? Does anybody have Hero's Hilt here? If someone has a Hero's Hilt, can you test it on Barbarian and send me a report? Like attack with Arthur with Hero's Hilt, and then send me a report. I want to see. I don't have Hero's Hilt, so I cannot really test myself. Maybe I should just buy Hero's Hilt. What do you guys think? 1100 coins remaining. But yeah, even so, if I buy one, I don't want to craft it now though. But just in case, before I forget, I'm just gonna buy the Hero's Hilt. This much. Actually, I can just use the Alliance Helps as well. Is there anything? Let me just use Alliance Helps. And also it's triggered by combat attack, not normal attack, so the inscription doesn't increase the proc chance. It might not be good. So the Hero's Hilt is gonna almost get a maximum stack when Achilles casts his skill only one time. Because Achilles' skill is hitting 5 targets, that is 10 potential trigger hit. 10 combo attacks total. And you have 50% chance to, so theoretically this is like you can stack it up to 5 times by with just one skill. But I think that this resets the duration. Usually the items work that way. Yeah, like dagger also refreshes the duration, right? Dagger refreshes the duration. It should be the same. He only launches combo attack twice. Yes, he launches combo attack twice, but he hits 5 targets. He hits 5 targets, so that is 10 combo attacks in one turn. Arthur is doing 6 combo attacks in one turn because he is hitting 3
No
targets.
knight who sitteth at my table is above any other.
With 10 trails, you get 5 success with 50% chance. You have 62% odds. So 62% odds that Achilles max out Hero's Hilt. Let me check out the math behind that ChatGPT. Let's see. I want to check out the math behind that. Okay, 62.3% chance, right? Let's see, 62%, 62.3% chance. Okay. What about 4? What about 4 stacks? Don't forget Hector passive 50% combat attack. Yes, indeed. What is the chances of 4 or more? So having 4 or 5 stacks, you have an 83% chance. I see. 83% chance. I see. So it's never like, again, it's never let me show here. So it is never like guaranteed, right? It's again, it's at the end of the day, having 4 or 5 more stacks is 82.1% chance, which is quite high. Again, it's not like not guaranteed, right? Having 5 stacks, which is the maximum, is 62.2%. Or here it's 62.3%, so it's around 62%. Or you launching 10 combat attacks? Yes, you are launching 10 combat attacks. Yes, I'll show you. GXA, I will show you here. This is just to show you why is that. Here, Arthur, I was testing it on 2 barbarians, right? I was hitting 2 barbarians. When Arthur is casting his skill, this Undying Fury got triggered 5 times. And if we read this, whenever it launches basic attack, it gains 9 rage. So basically, each of the attack was considered basic attack. So one of the 9 rage is from his basic attack, and then the 4 other is from active skill hitting 2 targets. One target is getting hit by 2 times each. So this is total of 5 ticks or 5 on-hit effects, potential chance, right? Now, if we take a look into the Achilles report, and if Achilles is hitting 5 target, and then if we see this section, it is going to be 11 rows of 9 rage. 11 rows of 9 rage. And if we see the talent, no quarter, this is going to be 10 rows of 15 rage gained, which is you are hitting 10 times. So during 10 times, if you have a ring has a very, very high probability chance of triggering, because ring has 10% chance to trigger, and then you are hitting 10 times, right? At least one of the attack is gonna trigger ring. Very highly likely. And Hero's Hilt, you do have 50% chance. Each combo, each of those attack has 50% chance. So those 10 hits, each of them individually has 50% chance to gain 3 rage. Which is why I'm saying that when Achilles casts his skill, when you have Hero's Hilt, there's very high chance that you're gonna end up having the maximum amount of stacks. At least minimum like maybe 4 or 5. Again, at the end of the day, it is RNG, but you know, it's gonna push it quite far. 10 times with Achilles. Yes, 10 times. 10 times with Achilles. That is why it is being super overpowered. Not overpowered, but super good. Now we understand that why Achilles got 2000 damage factor. Now we understand this. Because he is combo commander, because he is hitting 5 targets, he is if this is even without butterfly, right? This is even without butterfly. No butterfly, just this. No butterfly. So no butterfly. Achilles is gonna help trigger your accessories more often. It's gonna trigger your ring more often, which is it's gonna be increasing your average damage gained by ring by quite a bit. And of course it's gonna trigger horn more often, but horn is gonna be useless because you are already gaining a lot of rage from your talent as a combo commander with this 11 ticks or 10 to 11 ticks hits in a row, right? So which is why horn is it's a little bit question. It still has its place, but it's a little bit question. The idea is that you can either do ring, stack up ring and health, or you can stack up horn and ring as well. You can do this, or even horn and health. All of these options are viable, but you can actually play on what you have. If you have drums build, if you have commanders that are giving you rage, like William in your mix, or like whoever else, if there's any other commanders that is giving you rage, extra rage, or items like drums, you can quite literally do ring and health. Otherwise, horn ring or horn health is they are both gonna be viable option. In terms of average damage increase, I think ring and health are gonna be quite similar. But we have to think that when ring procs, active skill damage hits like a truck, right? Will the next skill cycle happen within 5 seconds? Most likely no, but it is not going to be next skill cycle. So if you're pairing with Arthur and Achilles, before the 5-second window expire, Arthur can do instant proc damage. Arthur can do instant proc damage with this. And also Achilles can cast his skill with his instant proc damages. So this is another combo proc, right? So these two are going to be refreshing that 5-second window. If this cycle keeps happening, they're gonna keep refreshing, and you are gonna be at 15% increased combo damage, quite a bit. I think there is also a combo damage in the common talent tree as well, right? Let's see. Yeah, whenever this troop's commander launches combo attack, 10% chance to launch extra combo attack. So this is also boosting the chances of the hero's health as well. You're also launching another combo attack here. It is, yes, 10 seconds of cooldown, but this is gonna help. One extra hit, right? Let's see if there's any more. I guess that's about it. Yeah, I guess that's about it, yeah. Also 10 seconds of cooldown though. Yeah, this is 10 seconds of cooldown. And this skill is also 10 seconds of cooldown. Achilles, this skill doesn't have a cooldown. These all stats are without butterfly or cosmic. Yes, indeed. Here we are not talking about butterfly at all, right? I will show you here. So butterfly, let's go here. Butterfly is giving us 20% more likely to trigger an effect. 20%. Okay, so now let's do this, but instead of 50% chance, now it's 70% chance. Butterfly doesn't affect health. Hit stacks are triggered by combo attacks, not normal attacks. Oh, wait. Let me see this. Combo attacks launched by their troop are 20% more likely to trigger effects triggered by launching a basic attack. But here it says, hilt says any type of combo attack, right? So this is not a basic attack. But I'm not sure, man. We need to test this because combo attack does consider as a basic attack. It is kind of like triggering effects that is being triggered by basic attack. So here's I will show you again. I will show you why combo attack you can think it as a basic attack. Here, whenever this commander launches a basic attack, it gains 9 rage. This talent, whenever you are gaining a basic attack, you are gaining 9 rage. But here I did 4 combo damage and they are considered basic attack. So it you gained rage here. Here, whenever this troops commander launches any type of combat attack, it gains 15 range. Oh, wait a second. So that is combat attack specific. Ah, okay, you are correct. Okay. GXA, you are correct. So this effect, right? Any type of combat attack, this effect is text is similar to this talent. Here. Whenever this troop launches any type of combat attack, it gains 15 range. That means that the butterfly, just like you said, it is not increasing. So okay. So you don't really need butterfly. This is good for me because I don't have butterfly. Another thing with health, the combat attack happened the same second, while the buff from health might take effect the next turn after. I would assume yes. I would assume the butterfly effect. I assume the health effect is taken from next turn. Same as ring. Ring's effect takes effect from the next turn. Ring's 2 seconds of window takes effect from the next turn. Butterfly, Hero's Hilt, I think we also assume that it takes effect from the next turn. I don't have Hero's Hilt. Do you guys have Hero's Hilt? Is there anyone here has a Hero's Hilt? Does Chad has Hero's Hilt? Chad, you there?
Might maketh righteous.
I'll show you one report. Okay. Yes, this was the ring proc report. Where'd the ring proc? Oh yeah, here we have ring proc, right? On turn 16. Turn 16 we have 50% all damage, but this proc actually got procced on turn 15. Look at this. Turn 15, basic attack against barbs, you gain rage, and then equipment Ring of Doom is in effect. This, but in this turn we did not gain this 50% bonus, right? The bonus started from the next turn, so I assume that Hero's Hilt is gonna be working the same. Already sent in-game DMs. Okay, my man. Okay. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, MS. All right, let us see. What do you have? You have a Hero's Hilt? So here we have Arthur casting his stuff. It looks like... Yeah, Horn of Fury got triggered 2 times. Horn of Fury trigger. Ah, he sent his Arthur. Thank you, man. Let's see. Hilt and Horn. Wow, very nice gear, man. Congrats. Wow, Flurry Steel Skin. Everything here. Super nice, man. And also he has a double inscription on one of them. Wait. Which one has double inscription? This one, Butterfly with Devious. This is the... I don't think this is gonna affect combo damage, but it is double though. Maybe you convert. This is a little bit crazy, but if you do not have a double inscription in the same slot on Qin Shi Huan, maybe you convert this to Qin Shi Huan. Give it this to Qin Shi Huan, change all of these stats to Archer, and then on your Archer, give it to Delta, maybe. Because this Devious is gonna help Qin Shi Huan a lot. That is an option. I don't think this is doing much on the combo. But yeah, you have that option. Let's now check out the report. So here we have 9 hits. 3 hits. Why it's 3 hits though? Oh, okay. I think the expertise skill also procced here, which is why we are hitting 3 combo hits, doing 3 combo hits. Combo attack damage 33%. From 33, it is now 41.5. Yeah, Hero's Shield is in effect. Steel Skin is also in effect. 1.5% less damage, okay. Thrasher, 1.5% bonus, this is in effect. Thrasher got stacked 3 times. Hero's Shield 2 times. So that means 6% plus 4.5%. That's 10.5% bonus. So this means previously it was 33. We might be losing. Yeah, damage taken decreased. Combat damage increased by 3% due to Arthur Thrasher. Okay, so Thrasher got procced in one earlier turn. Let's see. Now here, this combo attack bonus, because Subite is doing more combo, this should increase from the next turn. Let's see. Yeah, Hero Shield got 4 more stacks. And now 49%. And then let's see 49, 49, 49, and then now you are casting your skill again. You are keeping your stacks. It does refresh, okay? It does refresh the stacks. Or maybe not. Why it went down? Hero Shield, yes. Here. $45.5. Here you have gained more stacks. Hero's Shield again, and Thrasher also. Here you have 53.5%. You're keeping this. You're keeping this. Again, blah keeping. Now it's 57%. It's ramping up. It's still getting ramped up. You're never really losing your stacks, man, on the hero hill. So it does refresh. It does refresh the duration. Is it possible to maintain it through one rally report? Yes, absolutely. I think he was dueling this barbarian, right? He was dueling this. So this is basically similar to rallying, like because it's duel. So 50 something % combo damage bonus is insane, don't you guys think? It is just insanity. Additional triggered. I mean, the 15% is coming from, look at this. Combo damage now here. When the battle started, right? We have 30% combo damage. This is Arthur's skill. And then it is 30%, blah, blah, blah. I think 1.5% Thrasher got triggered. Yeah, Thrasher got triggered here. Let's see. Arthur's expertise skill must have triggered here. Yep. Leonine Chronicle. Oh wait, this is actually Subite's skill got triggered. Launching combo attack, okay. The Subite's instant proc triggered here, and then it helped to get one stack of Thrasher. Here we have one stack of Thrasher, comes in, keeps going. Here we gained another one stack of Thrasher. Probably we did instant proc. Yeah, Mab Daragon. So Arthur here did the instant proc here. So it is now refreshed the duration of Thrasher and then added one stack. And then boom, here we are casting our skill in turn 8. And then after turn 8, boom, turn 9. Now we have gained tremendous amount of more combo bonus. Because now we are triggering the hilt as well. We triggered hilt as well here. And then boom, another combo. Skill cycle on turn 10. This should increase the hilt stacks even more. And it went from 41.5% to 49.5%. So combo attacks with all these heroes hilt and everything really just ramps up. The more, you know, longer that you are in a fight, the more powerful you get, the more damage you start doing. Or is it the RNG too much to maintain 16%? If both commanders are doing combo damage, like just like this version, right? If we replace Subite with Achilles, that is even more ticks of combo damage. Subite single target damage, that is doing 3 damage to a single target, right? 3 combo damage. Where's my Subite? Yep. So Subite launches 3 combo attacks, and then he does have instant proc here, 30%. So he has 4 ticks, right? But Achilles has 10 ticks. More than twice more. If you are hitting 5 targets, this is 10 ticks of combo damage. So if you put Achilles behind Arthur, it is even going to ramp up the stacks faster than Arthur and Subite that we just seen here. Oh my god, if that's true, it might be actually worth it. I'm gonna ask Charles. Yeah, man, hilt is not so. Before this hilt, right? This hilt. Let me show you. This hilt. Why no one was using the hilt? I mean, there were person here and there was, you know, already crafted health, just like MS that we have here. But why health wasn't great? Because we did not have much options to run 2 combat commanders. There wasn't much option. Yeah, you were running Arthur as a primary combo, but most likely you were putting like Philip or William behind, right? Which is not doing combo damage. Now you have AoE combo pair for him, so this hero's health is going to ramp up quite fast. Which is why here I have written down, not this one. Yeah, this one. Health max stacks 15% combo. And we can pretty much maintain this quite nice. Like, again, on average, on open field, like, now you're going back and forth. You're not really doing your combo, like, every cycle and everything. So, on average, it might go down to, like, maybe 10%, right? We're just assuming. But we can pretty much keep a really high stacks of health on open field. And then, again, ring is on average 7%, right? We already did the math and calculation here. Ring on average 7%, but on the field we also concluded that ring is dropping down to 4% because that is only 2 seconds of buff window. Because it's only 2 seconds, there's very high chance that we might lose this stack, right? However, on combo commander, especially for Arthur and Achilles, because they are doing so many attacks, right? So many like effect triggering attacks that ring is gonna get procced more often. Give me a second, where is my previous calculation? Was it horn versus ring, or is it drums? Horn, drums, feral nature, nah. Horn versus ring. Wait, it's not horn, but my Lucha mathematics. It should be here. Oh yeah, so I did some simulation here. This is me just using on a ring on a normal commander, okay? So just a normal commander, no extra smite damage, no combo damage. And on average, ring was proccing 100 times in 24 minutes, 27 seconds. That means ring was proccing every 14 to 15 turns. So on average, ring is gonna be proccing 14 to 15 turns. Let's say 15 turns, okay? On average, ring procs 15 turns, every 15 turns. Excuse me. But on combo commander, Arthur and Achilles, this is now no longer 15 turns. Let me go back. Here, yes. So ring procs every 15 turns on average, but on Arthur plus Achilles, or Arthur plus Achilles, okay, on Arthur plus Achilles, even without butterfly, okay, even without butterfly, I would assume, this is just my own approximation, like maybe around 10 turns, maybe around it's gonna proc every 10 turn, maybe, because again, Achilles is doing 10 ticks of damage in one skill cycle, 10, and if you include the basic attack, it's 11. Arthur is 7, 10 and 7. Total 17 ticks in 2 turns. Now, that is very high chance of giving us ring proc. Very, very high chance. And every time we cast our skill, there's a very high chance that ring is gonna get procced. Okay, and how many turns does it take for us to cast our skill? The first turn is like... the first turn is 9 seconds, okay? The first turn is a little bit slower. This is without any like buffing all the marches and everything, just a regular horn and everything. The first turn is 9, but the second turn is like 8 or 7. 7 or 8 seconds. This is quite good. This means that every end of this turn, we can expect a ring proc. Every end of this 7 or 8 seconds. Again, it's RNG, but don't you guys, it's insane. I mean, in the middle of this, we are also doing instant proc damage, right? I would assume like, maybe like, hold on a second. I'm even gonna put it like 8 turn or something like that. Because we are doing also instant procs. So, in reality, this 7% damage increase is gonna be like 13% or something. On Arthur plus Achilles, on average. They are the only marches that are boosting the effects of ring, right? But again, on average, because you are going back and forth, yes, you might lose some of the stacks of a ring, like some of the buff window. So we can like, maybe it's gonna be like 10 or like 8 to 10%. Maybe. This is quite good, right? On open field, just regular old marches, it's 4%, but on Arthur Achilles, it's 8 to 10%. Achilles will always trigger ring. Yes, almost always. Again, it's RNG at the end of the day, but almost always. Get a drum ring, all is 50-50. I wish it lasted 6 seconds at least, because we would be able to keep the stacks up. But sadly we can't, because the stacks will expire before the next active skill, since Arthur proc is 10 seconds of cooldown. Yes, Arthur does have 10 seconds of cooldown, and it is 5 seconds of window, but Achilles also have this instant proc effect. We have this effect, so this is gonna help. All in all, I would say that Achilles and Arthur, they are gonna do a really good job of keeping up the health stacks. Maybe, okay, maybe we are not keeping it at 15%, right, all the time, but like again, maybe 10 to 8%, but 10 to 8% is enough with being similar to ring. Which one would I choose? I would probably choose ring. They are similar, but ring is like, so Arthur casts his skill. Arthur casts skill. Procs ring. Then Achilles casts skill with 50% damage bonus. This happens, but you gotta cast your skill right away, right? To get this effect. Otherwise, you are gonna be missing the ring proc effect. If you go back after your Arthur casts his skill, you're gonna be missing. But with the hero shield, you are gonna be gaining a little bit less bonus damage, but there's very high chance of Achilles casting his skill with increased damage. Maybe like 10% more. Don't let Amtala see this poll, he'll go crazy. Yo, Johnny, what's up, man? Thing is, you don't even need to have butterfly for it. The trigger, you can have causative, which 8% more chance. Oh, speaking of, oh wait a second. Wait a second. Let me go check out the butterfly. Butterfly. That's combo attacks, right? Yeah. Let me change the screen. Combo attacks launched by their troop are 20% more likely. So this is gonna help triggering ring. Yes. But not healed. Yeah, but not healed. So like here's the deal. I think that ring and hilt are very close on average, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you have butterfly, ring might be a slightly better option. This is what I think. Ring and hilt are very close on average, but if you have butterfly, ring might be better option. This is kind of like, so ring versus hilt is very, this topic is very similar to ring versus greatest glory, right? Ring versus greatest glory. This is kind of a ring. So greatest glory is giving you 5% more damage all the time. So it is not like bursty, right? But you are gonna be benefiting from this 5% normal damage all the time. So on average, your average is always gonna be 5% more. A ring, on the other hand, again on the open field, it's 4% on average. But ring can be bursty, so it might depend on your preference. Would you like a burst of damage with like RNG luck, or would you like a little bit stable damage increase? It is a very similar topic with Hero's Hilt. Hero's Hilt, yes, it does have 5 seconds of window, but it is longer than ring. Ring is only 2 seconds. So Hero's Hilt, on average, it is going to provide you more consistent damage increase as compared to ring. But ring is gonna be more bursty. So ring drum for this March. There are many options. Let me put this here. I can also drum plus ring. There's actually many options, okay? Drum plus hilt is also option. Let me do this. Oh, no. Question. What is the best accessory? Answer. So this is the answer. Ring and hilt if you have drums built already. Or commanders that are giving you rage. Horn and ring if you prefer bursty damage with RNG. Horn and hilt if you prefer consistent damage increase compared to ring. It is your preference. Drum and ring also can work. This is buffing your other marches less effective than horn plus ring version on a single march. this drum is mainly gonna be buffing your other marches, okay? Because we have to think that because of the combo talent tree, when you are casting your skill, yes, you are gonna be triggering drums, okay? You are gonna be triggering drums, most likely. But because you are doing so many combo attacks because of the talent, you are already gonna be generating rage exceeding the hard cap. So you are not gonna benefit yourself that much from the drums. Your other marches, you are not going to benefit much yourself. Drum and ring setup, you're not gonna benefit much yourself. Okay, that is the key. If you had horn, a horn is gonna benefit a little bit more because drums does have a cooldown, right? Let me explain. The drums does have a 3 seconds of cooldown. Horn doesn't have a cooldown. What this means is that in your first initial skill cast, drums can trigger like 2 or 3 times in a row. Okay, that is RNG. And then it will shorten the time of your first skill cycle. However, drums at maximum, drums can only proc like 2 times at maximum. Maybe like it will trigger only 1 time in the first skill cycle. Horn, on the other hand, has a potential to like even proc 5 times in a row, which did happen during my simulations. Drum and ring, same with above, but little bit consistent damaging. Is Achilles skippable? I don't have enough gold heads for him. Catacomb, how many cavalry marches you are running? If you have 1 cav march, right, just wait. If you have 1 cav march, just wait. I mean, even if you have 2 march, you can just wait because you just said not enough gold heads. Very strange question. Did you consider Sargon and Achilles? Sargon is a little bit bad on open field, honestly. Let me show you. Sargon, this effect for the next 5 seconds. So what happens with Sargon is that in order to do this 500 damage for the next 5 seconds, which is 2500 damage factor total, right? You have to be on that target for 5 seconds in a row. You have to be on that target. And on open field, that doesn't really happen much often. So usually your target is gonna go back in like after 1 or 2 seconds. But this 5 seconds of window buff is still gonna tick. So you're not going to be hitting anybody, but you're still going to be losing this. So at the end of the day, you end up just doing only 5 or 1000 damage factor. So Sargon is, for that reason, he is not great. He's just losing damage straight up. I mean, if he's dueling 1 versus 1, he is going to pump up a really decent amount of damage, but yeah, Sargon is not good. I mean, that butterfly is overkill for rain. Positive will do 18% for rain trigger from every combat attack. Yeah, like now that we are realizing that previously butterfly was we thought that butterfly was the best inscription, right?
Might make it righteous.
Within the Delta. We thought Butterfly was the best inscription, but because now the nature of Delta, we are now doing more AoE damage, the effect of Butterfly is not becoming that much important. Oh, excuse me. Achilles is doing 10 damage anyways, 10 ticks of damage. So butterfly is not being too important, especially for ring, because ring does have cooldown. So the next I think the most important inscription for Delta is Flurry, and then Pressure. These are the top two. Steel Skin is also good for tankiness, but a Butterfly is also giving you 3.5% combo damage boost, right? So this is also very good as well. But I would rank Flurry as number 1, Thresher as a number 2, because it on top of this 3.5 you are also getting some bonus, and you can stack this up quite good. And then maybe the next two is gonna depend on what your marches are. Are they squishy or they're tanky and needs a little bit damage buff? But this clear things that, yo, like in order to have Delta, like at least me, right? At least what I used to think that if I want to have Delta, I need to have Butterfly. That's what I used to think, because this is so busted good, right? But now, because now the new generation of commanders are doing more combo attacks to more targets, the effects of Butterfly is being like somewhat not too much useful. It is gonna help, of course, but Achilles most likely is gonna trigger. Even Arthur is gonna most likely trigger ring, almost guaranteed. You scared the shit out of me. Oh man, sorry guys, it's my allergy. Philip, what about causative? Not everyone as well has a butterfly. A causative, same man. I don't think you have to have causative. In fact, I'll share you my opinion. Okay, where's Delta? Causative is 1.5% boost. Okay, so this is boost. So this is good. You do not have to have butterfly. Again, this effect down here and an effect down here is not being too much important now. So if you have causative, this is good. And if you don't even have causative, you can even put like let's see, not devious, not fine horse. Yeah, war hunger is decent instead of causative. War hunger is good. Fearsome is good as well. Not guarded. Not this. The Spirited is also good as well. So even you don't have to have Butterfly or Causative. You can have War Hunger. You can have Fearsome. You can have Spirited. Or simply you can have Fit. Or even Armored Defense. We are gonna be doing the equipment mathematics in the next live stream anyways. So we are gonna see which stat is now important for Arthur and Achilles, right? We will be doing that in the next stream. And then we might also look more into the Hector as well. So I do not have Delta at all, right? I do not have Delta. But now I realize that, okay, I don't have to have extremely good stuff. I can just put random stuff. What is this? Ward. This one. Not. Do I just equip this? This one I have Fit. This one I have Fit as well. Equip this. RD. Health. Enduring. I'll put this as well. What do I? Metallic. 3.5% defense. Galloping. March speed. I don't need that. Oh my god! My Delta is so tanky. Look at this. I take less damage whenever I do active skill damage. A little bit faster because of this. And then I have fit, and I have another 3.5% defense and 3.5% HP as well. I am so tanky, and I just need to transmute these effects. I'm ready to have some Delta action, man. I'm ready to have some combo commanders on myself. I'll just need to fix these. I don't even need the legendary inscriptions. Looking quite decent, man. Very, very good. I'll take that. This is my pincer. This is my. Man, I'm taking this, man. I just need to fix these stats, and we're good, G. Maybe I'll try to roll more all damage, but oh man, good, looking good. Uplifting is good. Wait, did I have uplifting? I did not. Let's check out the uplifting. When it enters, troops gain 1% damage bonus, blah blah blah, every 10 seconds after the... Oh yeah, this is actually good. Yeah, this is very good actually. This is similar to attack talent tree damage stacking, but it's up to 5 times. Yeah, uplifting is quite good as well. Yeah, this is so good. Now that you guys say, I would actually rank this uplifting as rank number 1, maybe. This is rank number 1 for me. This is rank number 2 for just normal inscriptions, right? Again, if you have causative, this is always gonna be good. 1.5% boost. All right, let me end the poll. All right, you guys. Anyways, after Achilles is looking actually good, man. Achilles is looking good. We were kind of bummed that the 2000 damage factor wasn't that much, but now we know the reason why Achilles has 2000 damage. Otherwise, if he had like 2400, just like Baichi, he would be on a broken territory. Yeah, just stupendous powerful. But even with the 2000 damage factor, I think the utility that he provides is really nice. I almost want to have Achilles, like just run Arthur and Achilles. I almost want to have these too much. I like Achilles within my rosters. Just because of this movement speed slow, I like this. But just in case, I am going to wait for the new Cavalry cycle release. This is what I think. This is because I run only one march, right? Only one Cavalry march, which is why I need to wait. If you already have 2 or more marches, Achilles is no-brainer max. And I think also there is not like a budget version, but you can run like 5, 5, 5, 1. I think that is the best budget version that you can come, but Achilles is also asking to be get expertise. So Achilles is kind of like wanna get expertise. That's what I think. On average, open field battles won't last long enough for uplifting to be very good. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't last long. Sometimes you go out of combat quite fast. Sometimes you be in a combat for quite a while. So it all depends. It all depends. But you have a good point. Maybe like the average damage increase is like not 5%, but on average it's gonna be like only gonna be 1 or 2%. But the thing is that I think you gain 1% damage instantaneously when you enter a combat, just like attacks. Did you hear that Achilles is only obtainable by buying bundle? No, is that confirmed? Yo, is that a confirmation? Confirmed? Yeah, okay. I see. So not everyone gonna be getting this. It's gonna be locked behind a bundle, I guess. I thought it would be similar to Ragnar. Like Ragnar, you get, or you just everybody get Ragnar, right? But if you spend a little, you were getting a little bit more Ragnar heads. Oh yeah, I remember that in the reading update log, Achilles is only available for bundles. Ah. New KVK only and bundle. Wait a second, Achilles is only gonna be used in the new KVK. You cannot use him anywhere else? What? Where's that mail? Achilles and Hector will launch alongside Key Story. At the start of the Song of Troy Lost Kingdom, the following events will become available. What? Wait. So, at the start of the Season of Conquest, Trojan treasures, open chest to recruit Hector. Son of Peleus, purchase bundles to unlock and recruit Achilles. A will to skill. This is the will to skill. This is also the bundle that the more... No, not the bundle. This is the more golden head you invest, the more sculptures you're going to be getting, right? These events will only be available in kingdoms that are at least 21 years old. Specific rules may vary season. At the start of the Song of Troy, what does this mean? So I have to play Song of Troy in order to recruit these two commanders. No, you can still use them without outside KK, but you can only obtain in the new KK. So both of the commanders, in order to recruit them, you have to play the Song of Troy at least once. And then you recruit them by spending, I guess, especially Achilles, right? I have no idea what is this Trojan treasure is. Is it free, like you open just treasures, or you have to spend money? But Achilles, on the other hand, has to purchase bundles to unlock and recruit Achilles. I was skipping Achilles anyway, so fine by me. When Achilles will be released, and the only FTP way I found out was through a legendary tavern unlock, same situation can be said to Ragnar. Ah, true that, right? Sooner or later, they are gonna get added to the legendary tavern. Okay, so I have to be playing the Song of Troy to unlock them. Alright, and you have to spend, so I guess Achilles is not for everybody, I guess. Can I reduce this amount by another 500? Yes, I can. 4 days? What? The event might be universal to unlock, otherwise it's a dud. Yeah, if you only are allowed to recruit those commanders, you have to be playing the okay, that's a little bit Let's just do this. 2,000 coins. Yep. I'm gonna buy the hill. Should I be buying the hill from here though? Can I get healed from Hammer event or Egg event? Was healed there? Now I'm upset because I can't Hector. You can get healed from Egg, okay. So I just need to be a little bit patient. It is better for me to buy horn or ring with my coins. But I'm not gonna spend it now. I need to be crafting more just normal gear anyways first before I start investing into my accessories. I need to craft dependent for my Chinchu one anyways. My Chinchu one only have a ring. One accessory missing. I think I can craft it now. But I will wait for the event. And then how many materials do I have? Not yet. Not yet. If anyone has VIP support, can you ask them if the event unlocks everyone as soon as Troy of War opens, or do you have to play KK to unlock those events? Yeah, let me know, you guys. If you have Charles, let me know, and then join my Discord and give us the information. That would be, I would really appreciate that. But it seems like, yeah, you gotta just at the start of the Song of Troy Lost Kingdom, right? It says at the start of the Song of Troy Lost Kingdom. So at the start of the KK, the following events will be available. So I guess you have to be playing the KK. Why did they put on the end? These events will be available on the kingdoms that are at least 21 days old. So maybe there's a chance it's outside of the KK. Maybe. That's actually also nice observation. That might be the case, right? I mean, we can just wait, right? There's no reason for us to rush. I mean, even if we get it in KK or everybody gets it, we don't need to rush. We don't really need to rush. We have all the time in the world. No need to rush with our investments. After all, Rise of Kingdoms is careful planning, right? No need to rush. Sometimes the better strategy is to wait for other guys to invest into the new commanders, and then they play it, and then they give us some information, and then we can decide whether we invest or not. That is also a possibility. No need to rush. Caesar VIP support closes at 14 UTC. Unfortunately, I can get an answer at 2 UTC. Wait, there's an also Caesar? I had no idea. You're correct. Rise of Kingdoms is all about planning. Yes, indeed.
Welcome.
Careful planning. Just be patient, be chill. Right, no need to rush. Nobody, thanks for the subscription. Welcome. VIP support told they have a way. We'll get this commander without register to a new story. Okay. So we can get this new commander. I see. Caesar is one below Charles. Man, they have so many levels of VIP supports. I wonder if there's actually one level above Charles Martel. Is there any guy? You get to spend 6,000 USD. Really? Cheapest VIP support? Okay. I guess then the VIP support that I have is Caesar, I guess. I think I spent like 6,000. More than 6,000. But I thought that they put me on a VIP support because I was a content creator. I am sponsored, by the way, you guys, if you guys didn't know. I am sponsored by Lilith, so we do have some contract. Do's and don'ts, right? And yeah, when I first became a content creator within the program, I got added to the VIP support. So I was like, okay, because I was content creator, I got added. But I spent 6K plus. I think right now it might be like even 8K or something like that. Maybe even 10K, I don't know. But throughout my RK career, it is definitely more than 6K. You can check how much you spend. Yes, by going into the pass from my mobile. But I'm just too lazy to do that. You cannot see it here, right? I don't have my game installed on my mobile. I don't like playing it on mobile because I don't know why my phone just it's so slow. So I only play it from PC. Will we get the new Cap Commander's Guild in late October? Nobody, not too sure, man. But definitely we are gonna be getting a new commander, new Cap Commander at the end of this year, somewhere in November or December. Whether the skill reveal is gonna happening soon or not, we do not have any information. Like even if I'm sponsored by Lilith, I do not have that information beforehand, right? I don't have that. And even if for some reason those kind of information gets leaked, right? The new commander information gets leaked, I am not allowed to like spread it. I only need to talk about it when they release an official information, sadly. Too lazy bro, the number is depressing. I don't judge for not checking. That's true. I don't check mine. Yeah, I mean, why is there a reason for us to check how much we spend in this game? Right? If we are checking, that there is something wrong. If you are like, okay, let me check, I should not spend that much, and then you spend, that is kind of wrong, man. That's having your priorities wrong. You only spend in this game or any other type of entertainment when you can just, it's your disposable income. So I haven't checked mine for a while. More like mid-November skill release, maybe. Yeah, I think that is likely the case. I was hesitant to check mine initially, but when I got VIP support, I knew anyways. How can I check that? So on mobile, you... Oh, give me a second. On mobile, you go here, settings, and there is going to be like Lilith Pass or something like that. Button somewhere here. So you press on that, and then it will get you to pass, Lilith Pass, and within the Lilith Pass you would have a pass score. So depending on your pass score, you multiply. You divide it by 10, right? You divide it by 10. So if you have like 100,000 score, you divide it by 10, and that means it's 10,000. So you have spent 10,000. $1 is equals 10 score, if I remember correctly. So if to get the customer support, I guess that is life, man. I guess that is life. This customer support, this is like a regular agent, right? This customer support is just regular old agents where they have just scripts for generic questions, and those scripts are not even good. There's free reward, then page with number. Oh yeah, you can also claim some reward from the pass during your birthdays as well. They give you some gifts during birthday, and then depending on your score, you can also claim some extra rewards. How about Chinchuan feat, Hector? That is quite good option. Yesterday we talked about here. Yeah. When Hector is paired with Archer, it has it's given a lot of crowd control, right? 5 nearby enemies are dealing 5% less damage, and then they're also losing 15 rage per second for 3 seconds. And in combination with Chinchuan is also draining rage. So they are gonna be like a reducing rage combo on open field. However, the real question is, do you wanna get this effect and sacrifice YSG for it? That is the real question. In my opinion, Hector, okay, honestly, in my opinion, Hector is like, he's not that great on the field, okay? I mean, he is good, right? The kit is decent, but there are better commanders than Hector. Hector can be a really like unorthodox option for garrisons. That is very interesting. Garrison is very interesting for Hector, and maybe even rallies as well could be interesting. Could be. Like look at this. If you use Supete and Hector, think about this. Supete, Rally, and Hector. Supete is doing combo damage, and Hector is now transformed into combo damage commander. So Supete Hector could be a nice Cav Rally that is both doing combo damage. Or for garrisons, like Smite Garrison, very good. Infantry garrisons as well. But on open field, I am not too feeling Hector too well. He's doing single target damage, and he does give some sort of, buffs and debuffs depending on the primary commander, but it's just Philip is just better, man. Philip is just giving you more buffs. However, I do think that if you are running like 7 March, Hector could definitely be within roster alongside with Philip. Although if you are using Philip, then you should not use Hector as a secondary to infantry, because the buffs are overlapping and Philip provides stronger buff. Philip is providing stronger buff, so it is gonna override the Hector's buff. So your option is either to pair Hector with Cavalry or Archer on the open field, if you have Philip. If you don't have Philip, you can use Hector as a secondary, but if you are pairing him with infantry, then I would just straight up just invest into Philip. That is how I see. Hector is good for garrison cavalry. Yes, Hector seems quite unorthodox guy for cavalry combo rally with Subete or garrison, infantry garrison as well. Cavalry garrison is gonna be a little bit weird because there is no combo cavalry garrison, right? So now you, like for example, if you are pairing him with Eleanor is doing skill damage, but Hector secondary you are doing combo damage, so where is the synchronization here? Synergy there. There's no synergy. You could use Hector with Dido. I mean, he is not really synergizing well with the CY as well. CY is doing true damage, but there's no true damage here. What is the point to USD? I think one USD is 10 points. Attila Achilles is gonna be crazy for rally. Oh yeah, especially for counter rally. Attila and Achilles are gonna be crazy for counter rally. Divide by 10. Okay, cheers. Yeah, so if you have 100,000 points, that means you have spent 10,000 USD. If you have 10,000 points, you have spent 1,000 USD here. Maybe Subite primary and Achilles secondary will be crazy. Oh, that as well. That as well. That might be crazy as well. Yeah. I mean, in terms of rally garrison, we just gotta do a real testing, right? Rally garrison always just straight up we can do real testing. We don't really need to do theory crafting for rally garrison because we can just run simulations. And rally garrison is always like a 1 versus 1 dueling, so simulation can answer our questions. We only do our simulations on open field because open field you cannot simulate open field with any other programs. It's hard, right? So you just have to calculate the rage cycle and everything and get a rough estimation of how the commander is going to perform on the field. Which one of these commanders do you anticipate investing in? If I were to invest, I am gonna be getting Achilles for sure. I'm not gonna get Hector. Instead of Hector, I will be getting Philip. That will be my choice. I will just get Philip. I just wanted to thank you for your informative videos. You are doing great job, man. Madness, shitloads of details and etc. Thank you so much for your effort. Yo, Onur, thank you so much for the kind words, and also thank you so much for your support as well. It's mutual, my guys. It's mutual. Without you guys, I am not here. I will not be here like doing all this stuff, right? Yeah, man, so if you guys haven't checked my story, how I become RK chef, you guys can basically hear the story, but all these mathematics and stuff I will show you. I'll show you my madness. here in a bit. Let me resize this. There you go. It all started, so I just wanted to improve myself, but I started making videos and then you guys liked it, right? So that is the fastest explanation. But look at the number of sheets that I have. These are every single one of them. Every single one of them is something like this. I'm just clicking on random sheets. I'm gonna flex a bit, okay? I'm gonna flex a bit with my works. Some of them are like almost empty. But can you guys see the full picture? Yeah. Every single one of them is this much. Let me zoom in a bit. And then I will show you the number of sheets that I have. I'm just gonna scroll down. Now I'm at this point where I am lost. I'm lost within my sheets. Sometimes I don't remember if I had done that calculation before or not. So I have to go down and check out my sheet one by one to see if I had done that calculation or not. It's so messy, you guys. It's so much mess. And some of them are finished work, some of them are not finished, my draft, some of them are just my ideas. I wanted to find out some answers. Some of them I succeeded, some of them I did not. This is like tier 4, tier 5 comparison, like healing and pros and cons. I already made a video about this. Also compared the civilizations, well, mathematically, and like home kingdom barbs versus forts. Like there are some armaments that I tried doing, but I failed. This armament was a little bit of complicated. A lot of you guys ask me a lot of questions about armament, which is the best inscription, right? I found out that the inscription depends well on the commander pairs and like the situation. So each individual account can have a different setup, whether it's open field player, doing rally garrison and everything. So armament was a little bit difficult. So that was a little bit of my flex. And also a lot of you guys ask me if you guys can have this sheet, and my answer is no, because this is not made for public. It's very messy. I do release sheets publicly, like made for public, right? I make sheets that are made for public and I release them. This is not made for public. This is just all my drafts. And within this, I collect the information, I make it look nice, and then I release. You think the new cavalry will be combo or skill damage? I have no idea, my man. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. Which of these commanders do you answer? Oh, I already answered that. I just wanted to... Oh, I already read that as well. When will Achilles be in game? Probably very soon. Very, very soon. Why can't you organize these sheets by categorizing them by gear and commander? Maybe I should make like a sheet here and have every single of names listed here with categorized, and then I click it, and then that will like send me to a specific sheet. That might be an option. If you make this public, your content would suffer so much. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, a lot of people just likes to tune in to the last result, right? I don't think most of you guys wanna like dig in and try to come up with conclusion by seeing all these numbers. I mean, in the beginning might be like, oh, what did he do? Okay, he did this and that. Okay, this makes sense, blah blah blah. And then later on you are like, man, I'm just gonna wait for the video, not gonna bother seeing this much number, this is too messy. Do you think Achilles will be for Cav what Ragnar is for infantry right now? No, I think Achilles is a bit stronger than Ragnar when Ragnar was released. The main reason is Ragnar doesn't have that much utility. Yes, Ragnar does steal some attacks and then he does do a decent amount of damage, but one thing I like about Achilles is that he is reducing movement speed. This is big on open field. And then he is 5 target AoE, which is also big. And then he is casting this skill again, which is also big. And then he is more tankier than Arthur and then provides more attacks than Arthur, which is good. So Achilles is definitely much better than Ragnar when Ragnar was first released. Okay, you guys, anyways, I think I am going to be ending my stream. As for now, I think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. And we will work on the gear tomorrow. We have much work to do, no reason for us to rush. We have a lot of time. When the commander comes, we need to do more testing as well and have some answers, but we still have some work to do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I am gonna be sending you guys over to Cortex. Is streaming, so I'm gonna be sending you guys to Cortex. Have a great day and